Good evening, world. This is Ivan Amara. Good afternoon, this is Ivan Amara. Yeah. I have nothing to watch on YouTube, so I decided to make 2 videos today, right? I want to kill time before I go to the pool, but I'll make like a 1 hour, 50-minute video, and that's it. And my next video I'll make Saturday. Tomorrow I'm actually serious, I'm not making it for you guys. Yeah. Yo, Ivan, VJ's not you, man. You're a bit nicer. Yeah, I'm a bit nicer than Victoria Justice, obviously. I'm a bit nicer than Victoria Justice. Victoria Justice doesn't make shit for you guys. Yeah, Victoria Justice didn't do the everyday thing for us. Whereas you, Ivan, you're willing to make satellites for us. Yes, but I'm not making the everyday thing anymore for you guys, alright? So occasionally, 6 videos in 2 weeks. I'm not doing the everyday. As I haven't vlogged in a while, right? I'm not doing the everyday vlog for you guys. You deserve it. There you go. You notice how when VJ was younger, she made more videos when she was younger, when I was lost and everything. But then once I opened her eyes, and she knows you guys are wicked people. Victoria just doesn't make shit for you guys. She knows you guys are wicked people. Yeah, right. In Hollywood, it seems that she's happy when she does her interviews. Yeah, Victoria Justice is an actor. Obviously. She's acting, obviously. But Victoria Justice is not happy in Hollywood. She cries psychotically to me every night. She's not happy in Hollywood. She's a fucking sellout. The gatekeepers own her life, man. VJ's a sellout. In the Hollywood system, right? Gatekeepers control her life and her career. Her families own her. As if I was going to tell me, yeah, Ivan, your wife, Victoria Justice, she's sold out to our Hollywood system. We own her, Ivan. We own your wife. We own her life. We own her soul. We own her career. If you want to get her out and have her all to yourself fresh and fuck her my money, man, you gotta die for that. Yeah, or you sell and you live and you get to be with her supposedly. And what? And you get to live, but you have to share with the world. Yeah, but I know VJ's garbage and she sees how the relationship won't work. I know you're gonna dupe me and you're gonna lock all the doors, man. I'm not an idiot. I'm not selling to you, man. Fuck you guys. So there you go. Sarah? Yeah. That's why VJ doesn't make videos for you guys. And you guys are obviously pissed off. Yeah, it'd be nice for VJ to do the Ivan thing. With VJ, it's even better because Victoria Justice is rich. She has better equipment and everything than me. Whereas me, I'm poor. I'm just using my phone, my camera on my phone. Victoria Justice, when she does her Instagram live, she has nice camera quality and everything. And when Victoria Justice makes Instagram live, obviously you guys are obviously excited. You watch that too. She's not me, obviously, but she's very interesting to watch. She's got 2. He knows how Victoria Justice doesn't do videos for the world because she knows you guys are wicked people, obviously. Yeah. Yeah, fuck that. I'm not making videos for the world. The world's wicked. Even though I'm in Hollywood and I'm rich, they lock the doors on me. They separate me from Ivan. They're gonna make me pay, and they purposely infect me because they're envious of the fact that I see the light. I'm not making shit for the world. It really doesn't make shit for you guys. The only thing VJ posts on her social media, she'll do an Instagram live maybe once every year, and she'll post these short clips, and that's it, right? Of her just dancing and everything. You guys all tune into that, obviously. But she doesn't make 1 hour, 2 hour reels for you guys. Victoria Justice knows you guys are wicked people, man. She's not. That's how you know Victoria Justice. When I'm king with Victoria Justice will tell me, Ivan, don't make shit for the world. The Gao deserves 0. Yeah, 0. I mean, we're not making any for you guys. Our Sabos channel, right? Yeah. Yeah, you fucking deserve it. There you go. Yeah. Because I know, like, even though making videos on our Sabbath channel was a little bit fun because it's cool watching your videos. Once you're king and you're a billionaire, Ivan, and your movie star, you're not trained with Victoria Justice, and your relationship with a woman like that who's blue, special, and you're seeing all these hundreds of transit pictures, you're gonna forget about your own life. You're gonna forget about you. I won't even think about my Sabbath channel. I'm gonna forget about it. Yeah, Vijay, me and you trending every day is so much better than a stupid sabotage video. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. We reach our piece now. That's Sep, obviously. Yeah, man. I'm running away with Vijay once I pay the fee. Yeah. So all I'm thinking about when I pay the fee is just being with getting it over with and being with VJ and running away with her. Because I know right now you're all calm, relaxed, but once the world's true nature comes out, you guys turn into demons. You guys are actors, obviously. And what? And the gatekeepers, they turn into the mafia, whereby they threaten you with a gun. And they say they're gonna kill you and everything. All I'm thinking about is just getting the over with. And seeing Victoria Justice. I'm like, yeah. Once I found out with you guys, yeah, I am never making another video for the world ever again. I'm done. I wash my hands of you guys. You guys are wicked people. What the fuck did I do to you, man? Threaten you with death. You threaten me with sharing. Like what did this innocent man do to you, Ivan? Nothing, Ivan. We're just envious. You're too beautiful, and VJ is your perfect wife, and we see how you have to pay for that, and you have to die and everything. I'm like, yeah, but what did I do to you guys to deserve this? Nothing, Ivan. We're just psychopaths. We're envious. You're too beautiful. You're too beautiful. Yeah, you guys are mess I made. Crazy psychopaths. Here we go. Mess I made. The folks made sausages. I'm gonna go upstairs and they went to go buy bread and like potato salad. So sometime during this video, I'm gonna go upstairs and get my sausage. Oh, my TV went on. Did I shut my TV off? It's off. Yeah. Ivan, I love your sports video about the CFL. Yeah. The differences between the CFL and the NFL. Yeah, I was the same video. I know. Same video, obviously. Ivan, could the CFL league pay the players more money? Yes, they can. They're just greedy. They're a greedy league. Right now, the CFL salary cap is at 6 something million. The CFL can easily have a 7.5 million salary cap and pay the players a bit more. They're just greedy. They're greedy, obviously. They're greedy, the league. They're greedy. They're greedy, obviously. The CFL, right? They're greedy. They're greedy pigs. I remember back in 2014 when the salary cap was like, the CFL salary cap was like 4.8 million. The league was willing to give like a $500,000 raise for the salary cap, and they ended up giving like a $1 million raise for the salary. Actually, no, the CFL league is greedy, man. They can easily pay the players more, but they don't want to because they want to make more of the money. Greedy. Obviously, the CFL is also it's a huge league too. But compared to the Big Four, it's a small little league. But it's a $250 million a year business, right? It's a big league, and the league is greedy, and they can easily pay the players more, but they're not going to pay players more because they're greedy, obviously. Yeah. Like right now, the CFL salary cap is like six something $1 million. But I believe in a good like 10 years from now, the salary once the salary cap goes to like $7+ million, the CFL players will not be making some really good cash. Like now, the minimum salary in the CFL will be like 100,000, which is good money for pro football for a minimum salary in like 10 years. In 10 years, will probably rise to that $100,000 minimum, and then the QBs now can now strike their like 900K $1 million salary deals in the CFL. But the QBs already make a shitload of money in the CFL. They make like 600,000, 500,000. That's a lot of money, right? That's a good. You're rich, man, if you make that money. You're not a multi-millionaire, but you're living an amazing life with that money, right? That's a lot of money, man. You're living the upper class rich life with that money. If you make 200K, 150K, that's also a lot of money too. You're living a great life, obviously. But the CFL, they also offer housing deals for the pro athletes, for the stars. A lot of athletes get like the perks with like they get like how there's a lot of players they during the season, obviously they live in. Some players have their own houses, but some players, the American players, a lot of them live in America, so they all roommate and they live in like a house or like an apartment. And the CFL does a thing. Okay, your housing is all paid for. Your rent and everything is paid for. Sometimes they get perks where they might get them a car too and everything, because whereas the NFL, I don't think they do the housing stuff because the players make their millions. So the NFL and the NHL and those other leagues, they don't do that because those players are A-list sports stars. They're making their millions. They don't need housing because they can easily afford to pay their bills and everything. Where CFL players the stars make good money, but they're not multi-millionaires. Hence why the CFL, they offer like housing perks for some of the stars. Like they pay for their housing and all that stuff. Marketing money and yeah. But I don't mean to be an asshole though, man. If if the CFL did not have American players and it was just like CIS, NCAA Canadian players, the league would be far more popular. The quality would dip a little bit, but CIS college football is also amazing football too. The CIS players are very talented players too. They're not as talented. Some of them are just as talented as some of the NCAA players. NCAA is obviously on a better than CIS, but CIS is very good football too. It's amazing football, obviously, but it's not as good as the NCAA, obviously. If the CFL was just Canadian players, and you had all these like CIS stars and Canadian players play in the league, it's just Canadian players, Canadian QBs. The league would be far more popular than if than the American players. I mean, that's the truth. I don't need to be an asshole, but the CFL will never do that because you need to give American players who did not have an NFL shot a shot to play pro football up here in Canada, right? Because most players who play in the NCAA don't make it in the NFL, or they get their NFL shot and they get cut, or they're unsigned NFL players and those guys all end up here in Canada, or they end up playing football in Europe. But European football and like the arena leagues, those leagues are shit compared to the CFL and the NFL. Obviously, the CFL is second best league after the NFL by far, right? CFL is much better than the arena football league in the States. It's better than Europe football. It's better than all those leagues. Obviously, my older stepbrother actually had an opportunity to play football in Europe. They offered him like an $80,000 deal to play football in Europe, but he turned it down. My older stepbrother, because he didn't really get his CFL opportunity. Because I told you he didn't do that good in the pros. My older stepbrother, he flopped, man. Yeah, man. Either he flopped or at the combine he just had a bad day because he was sick. Because I remember the week leading into the combine, he was puking, he had diarrhea, he had a fever, he was sick for like 5 days, and that was the week going into the combine. So maybe he was sick and he had a bad day, or he just those guys are just once he was tested against the best players, he just flopped. He didn't do good. Obviously, don't hate him. So yeah. What else, brother? Right now, when he played in the CFL. Yeah. I remember he told me, yeah, my dream is to at least make the NFL or like be a star in the CFL. He told me that when he was playing in the CFL. I remember he told me stories how he got into arguments with a lot of the veteran players and everything, and he talked about like the contracts and everything, all the star players are making, and yeah, man, I'd like to make like $160,000 or $2,000 when you're starting a star CFL star in the CFL. The whole thing was a fucking act, you know. It was an act, man. I got duped. He has more money than the entire. He's worth more than the entire league. My stepbrother. He has more money than the entire league, man. The entire league revenue. Yeah, it's an act, man. You know. Yeah. 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 Did you know that Canada invented football? Canada invented football. America did not invent football. Canada also invented hockey, and they also invented basketball. Those are all Canadian based sports. Whereas baseball was invented in the States. But football, basketball, and hockey were invented in Canada, I believe. No, is basketball invented in the States? I think basketball was invented in the States, but I know hockey and football were invented in Canada. The CFL is an older league than the NFL. The CFL was started before the NFL, but the NFL football got more popular in the States. That's why the NFL makes so much money. Whereas in Canada, people in Canada, football is not that popular in the States. I'm sorry. Yeah, yeah, and I was excited too. I was happy for my stepbrothers. Oh my God, they're gonna play in the CIS. They might make it in the NFL or the CFL. I hope they have great careers and they make their like $200,000. They're successful. You know what I'm saying? And once my eyes got open, it finally hit me. Yeah, the whole thing was an act. Oh my man, I got duped, man. My stepbrothers duped me, man. Fucking wicked people, man. They duped me. They duped you, Ivan. They never cared about making the NFL or the CFL. They have more money than all those leagues combined. The whole worth of those leagues combined. You know. Yeah, the big four sport leagues and the CFL is probably all that combined is worth maybe a couple $100 billion, maybe $300 billion around there. $200 is in total worth. My stepbrother, your stepbrothers, I even have a multi-trillion-dollar will, worth more than all the leagues combined. All the players' salaries combined in the whole league, net all the big four leagues in net worth combined, they have more money than they're worth more than all that, man. That's why the whole thing was an act. Their fucking parents own the leagues. It was an act. Yeah, our sons have their Montreal will. The whole thing was an act. That's why my oldest stepbrother training and everything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. was an act. Did you ever want to make it to the pros? I thought about it, but no, my ultimate dream was never really making it, being in the pros. No, it wasn't being a pro football player. No, I know my stepbrothers supposedly their dream was being a pro football player, but I never really had a dream until because I was unsuccessful in my life. But God protect me, man, because I remember when like my oldest stepbrother went to college, he played football, and my younger stepbrother was doing very well in track and field, obviously. And I was a depressed kid working minimum wage after high school, after I finished IELTS. It finally hit me. I'm like, why am I a failure in life, and why are my brothers successful? What the fuck is going on here? And I thought it was because I chose to work minimum wage. I didn't go to school, and my step parents said, like, Ivan, go to school, do something good. You're like, okay, fine, I will. And that's what led me to go to Heritage College in 2017. I took the web design and graphic design program, obviously. But I even noticed at school something fishy was going on. I remember that one teacher, he kept giving me shit at school. Yeah. He's like, Ivan, like, you're not smart enough for this program, you don't understand. You know, and I remember when I did my exams, all my marks remained the same. And I'm like, yeah, there's something fishy going on. What the fuck is going on? Like, I'm trying my best to be successful in this world, man. I go to college, it doesn't work. I try acting, it doesn't work. I'm doing okay. Oh, let me try and build my YouTube channel. Hopefully, I get more views. My views are always at 500 views. What the fuck is going on here? Eventually, I figured it out, man. I'm God. I have the keys, and the gatekeepers lock the doors. And yeah, I figured it out. I'm a genius. God protected me. The gatekeepers right. God protecting the gatekeepers. Yeah. I told you, even me, Ivan O'Mara, I'm too big for the Big Four leagues. Like those leagues can't afford me. Like, I'm the kind of guy that that can generate more money than the entire all those Big Four leagues combined. Like, I'm too big for. Yeah, Ivan's so powerful. He's even too big for the NHL. He's too big for the NFL. He's too big for the. I'm the CFO's puny compared to me. I'm worth way more than the entire league. I'm way too big for all those leagues. Those leagues can't afford me. Obviously, they could afford me if I sell out. Obviously, but like if I made that money, they'd be duping me because I'd be making the leagues their tens of billions, and the gatekeepers would dupe me. Obviously, yeah. Because if I told the gatekeepers I want to play in the NHL, yeah, if you want to play in the NHL, you have to sell out to us. Obviously, we can put you in the NHL if you want, or if you want to be in Hollywood. They're gonna tell me to go to Hollywood. Obviously, if you want to play pro hockey, we can put you in the NHL, but you have to sell to me because they own the NHL. Obviously, and we'll pay a lot of money. You can be an NHL star. And I'm like, yeah, but you're gonna do me, man. You're gonna pay me like, I don't know, my $8 million. Well, I deserve to make my billions, and what? And I'm much bigger than all those NHL athletes, man. All those NHL athletes are puny and small compared to me. They're small and puny compared to me. And I'd be making the league billions, and they're making that money because of my keys, and they're giving me the peanuts. They would dupe me. I'm too big for those leagues, man. That's how powerful I am, man. I'm fucking big, man. I'm even too big for Hollywood. Hollywood can't afford me either. And the executives know it. Yo, Ivan's too fucking powerful, man. Like, even if we offer him a $20 million deal, $100 million of the profits, like even then we're ripping him off. Like, Ivan's worth more than like our entire box office contract. Yes, like a deal for Ivan Mayer is in the billions, man. Like, it's like a 10, 20, 30 billion dollar deal. It's a huge deal. Ivan Mayer worth is 10, 20 billion dollar deal for a contract. So if I played in the NHL, I'd be worth all the league's earnings. like the majority of the league's earnings and my salary, because that's how powerful I am. I'm too big. Ivan's too powerful, man. He's fucking why I am. I'm fucking powerful. I'm huge. I have the keys. I'm huge. Obviously, Hollywood can't afford me. The NHL can't afford me. Don't hate me, I'm saying I'm too big for those leagues. I mean, I'm powerful. Yeah. That's why if you sell to the Hollywood system, Ivan, with VJ, the gates are duping you. As you and VJ deserve to control your money and make your tens of billions off your movie. Ivan's not gonna do like that. The $25 billion Ivan makes off his book, he can easily start his own films with VJ better than Hollywood, and control the money and sign that mega 9-10 deal with Amazon. Yeah. If I want to play sports, I can easily put a good $8-9 billion into starting a hockey league better than the NHL. I can pay the players way more money, and play in the league and pay the players more money than what they make in Hollywood and give them better perks. I wouldn't have like a 32 team. I'd have maybe like a 15 team to reduce the amount of money. But I can easily pay the players way more money than what they make in Hollywood. Obviously. I mean, that's how powerful me, Leisure. I mean, Leisure are a boss, man. Fucking big. I told you I don't care about sports. I'm just throwing it out there. Like, if I did start a hockey league, I can start a hockey league better than the NHL and pay the NHL stars more money than what they make in the NHL. Obviously. As the NHL players, even though they make their millions, they're the most underpaid players out of the big four, right? As NHL players peak at like $15-16 million, the star players, 17 million they peak at. Like the stars make like 8, 9, 10, 12 million in the NHL, which is a shitload of money. That's a lot of money. It's not the money the stars are making for the other leagues, right? Like Patrick Mahomes makes $50 million for the Chiefs. You know what I'm saying? LeBron James makes like his 7 million around there. LeBron James is a billionaire. He's a billionaire, man. Obviously. Yeah, right. And if the NFL is a bigger league than the NBA, how come like a lot of these NBA players are richer than all the NFL players? There's context. The NFL, they have more players on a team. The NFL, they have 40-something players on a team. So even though the NFL makes way more money than the NBA, because they have 40 players on a team, you have to pay more players. Hence why a lot of the players make less than a lot of the NBA players. Or the NBA players, they only have like an NBA team only has like 13 players on a team. So if you have like a $100 million salary cap, you have more cap room to pay the players more. And NBA players also have a lot more endorsement deals with their shoes. Hence why a lot of the NBA players are richer than the NFL players. Because NFL, even though the NFL makes way more money than the NBA, you have 40-something players per team. You have to pay more players. Hence why most of them make less than the NBA players in the NFL. The NFL by far is a much richer league than the NBA, and the NBA knows it. Obviously, NFL is number one. Obviously, but NHL is the least, is the smallest of the big four. NHL only pulls in like about $7 million in revenue, whereas the NFL makes like $22 million in revenue. NBA makes like $13 million in revenue. MLB makes around a similar amount, whereas NHL is the least. My point is, they're all big leagues. They all make their billions. But NHL is by far the least popular of the big four leagues. Obviously. But the NFL is not number one in the world. FIFA is number one in the world. FIFA even makes more money than the NFL. FIFA is worldwide. The NFL is the biggest league in the States, the biggest league in North America, but in terms of around the world, it's not number one. FIFA is number one. That's why soccer players even sign bigger deals than even NBA soccer. Soccer players sign like $250, $300 million deals. It's crazy, man. FIFA is number one. It's worldwide in Europe. Soccer is the most popular sport in the world. It's a worldwide sport. It's not that popular in North America, but In Europe and all over the world, soccer is number one. Brazil, South America, soccer is number one. Everyone loves soccer. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah. That's why that's why the CFL players, like, you know what I'm saying, they play in a very, very competitive league, but they're the most underpaid players in the world because they don't make their millions, obviously. Because see, football is not that popular in Canada. Yeah. And the league's also greedy. Yeah. Obviously. I'm talking to all you CFL players, man. Like, yes, the reason why you guys don't make your millions is because you guys are wondering, like, yeah, it's a very competitive league. Why are we not making our millions? Because football is not as popular in Canada compared to the States. That's the truth. That's why you guys don't make your millions. And the league is also greedy. They can pay you guys more, but they're greedy. They're not going to pay you more because they want to make their money and they're greedy, obviously. The owners and what the board members are greedy. I know they're greedy because I remember in 2014 when they had the lockdown strike in the CFL, the players were asking for, like, I think 6 something million. The league said no. The league was willing to give a $400,000 raise for the salary cap, which doesn't even make a difference. The league was willing to do $100,000 raises for the salary cap when they offered the players the amount for the salary cap. Because back then the salary cap in CFL was like 4.8 million. The league was willing to give like a $100,000 raise per year for 4 years, for 5-6 years, like a $500,000 raise, a $100,000 raise for the salary cap for the players, which doesn't even make a difference, man. As you know, the CFL league is greedy, man. They can pay the players more. They're just greedy. They don't want to pay the players more because we live in a greedy world, man. They're greedy. The CFL's greedy, obviously. The greedy league. And don't forget, football is not as popular in Canada compared to the States. That's why CFL players are the most underpaid players in the world in professional sports. Because they play in a competitive league, but they're not multi-millions. They don't make their millions, those guys. They don't make their millions. Come on. CFL can easily have a $7 million cap for the teams, but they're not going to do that because they're greedy. They want to pocket some more of that money, right? They're greedy. Yeah. We can easily give the teams a $7 million salary cap, pay your players like a $100K minimum, but we're greedy, man. We don't want to pay them that. Like, this is good enough. Yeah. I understand, like, the league making money is very important, but you also got to think about the players, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I know. Like, you guys don't talk about all you CEVO board members. You can easily pay your players more, but you're greedy, man. You don't want to pay them more because you're greedy. You want to hold on to that cash because you're greedy, man. Yeah, they're greedy pigs. Greedy. Yeah. Talk about sports again, right? Yeah. Well, you think it would be cool to see you play hockey in a professional league? Oh yeah, against NHL players, that's fucking cool, obviously. But like, even though it's cool to see Ivan play hockey, it's not as cool as seeing Ivan in a movie, right? Being a movie star, Ivan in VJB movie stars is much cooler than Ivan playing hockey. I don't really care about sports. My dream is being a movie star at VJ to music video. It's not doing sports, obviously. I told you for a good like $8 billion, I can start my own 15 team league. I wouldn't have a 32 team league. I have maybe a 15 team, 20 team league. You know what I'm saying? And the NHL salary cap is what 80 million right now? 180 million, 90 million. I can easily have a salary cap of 150, 60, 70 million dollars for like a 20 team league, and the players can now make way more money. Obviously, NHL players, and if I did start, it's not going to happen obviously. But if I did start a a pro hockey league, obviously better than the NHL. All the NHL players would dish the NHL and they work for me because I can pay them way more money, obviously, and what? Pay them way more money, yeah. No, a lot of players will still play the NHL, but a lot of NHL players would leave to play in my league because Ivan can pay us more money and offer us better perks and everything, man. Yeah, but I'm not going to do that, obviously. I don't care about sports, guys. So, yeah. Because the NHL generates like about $7 billion in revenue. So if I start a league for a good $6 billion, I can start the league. Let's say you have 20 teams and you have a salary cap, I don't know, $180 million. 20 times 180. That's $3.6 billion. So for a good $4 billion, I can start a 20-team hockey league with a $180 million salary cap for the players. So you can pay the players double what they make in the NHL. Obviously. Yeah. That's how boss we are, man. We're so rich. Like, every business we start, it blows all these big businesses out of the water. Hence why Scarces will blow out of the water. Why the fuck would I sell the whole system when I can start Scarces and that blows out of the water, right? Yeah, you guys what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. And if I did start a pro hockey league, which I'm not going to do, obviously, my hockey league would now beat out the NHL, beat out the NFL. Because Ivan Amir is playing in that league, and Ivan is the main event. It would beat out the NFL in revenue, and it would blow the NBA and NFL in revenue. It would be doing like 80, 100 billion in revenue. That's how powerful I am. Obviously, only if I play in the league. If I didn't play in the league, it'd do its billions, but it probably wouldn't make maybe be out the NFL. It would be pretty close. But if I'm playing in the league and I'm a star player, the whole world will be tuning into that, and my interviews and everything, it'll blow. It would beat out the NFL in revenue. But that's how powerful I am, man. That's how powerful we are. I told you why. I told you guys. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm not going to start a pro hockey league. I don't care about sports. My dream is doing Sky Sports with VJ. I mean, movie star VJ. You know what I'm saying, sweetie? And doing music video. That's my dream, obviously. I don't care about sports. There's a guy, anything Ivan Amir is inching, obviously. Like, even though it's cool seeing Ivan as a pro hockey player, it's not as cool seeing him as a movie star. Don't get me wrong, Ivan playing pro sports is fucking cool, but it's much cooler seeing Ivan as a movie star. With a special effects and everything, that's where it's at. It's not sports, right? But anything Ivan Amir is inching, obviously, right? Yeah. That's my point. Yeah. Yeah, but no, you're so fucking powerful, man. You can easily, with the money you make off your book, you can easily start a hockey league better than the NHL. I can start a hockey league that would blow the NHL out of the water. The NHL salary cap is around 80, 90 million right now per team. I can easily have a salary cap of $200 million for each team. I wouldn't start a 30-team league. I'd start maybe a 20, 25-team league. I can easily have a salary cap of $200 million per team. And I can build the arena for $8 billion. You can build all the arenas. The arenas better than even the NHL arenas. Yeah, man. But to do that, you have to put like a $9-10 million investment into that. But I'll make my money back to build all the arenas too and everything, better facilities and everything. Yeah, man. I easily have a league better than the NHL. And you can easily pay the coaches and the broadcasters. It'd be an online broadcast and everything. The anchors and everything, way more money than what they make in the NHL. My contract blows out the water. My power blows these guys' powers out the water. Yeah. That's why the fuck would I sell the Hollywood system where I can start skyrocketing with VG that blows hot out of the water? Like, it's common sense like that right here. I told you guys I don't care about sports. I'll watch sports and everything, but I don't care about sports. My dream is being a movie star with VJ. It's not doing sports. It's not playing sports, right? My dream, guys, is being a movie star. It's not playing sports, obviously. But if I did play in a pro hockey league, if I started a league, obviously, hypothetically speaking, obviously, I'd have to train. I'd have to hire the best trainers to train me how to skate backwards. I have to really hone my craft for maybe 2 years in training. And if I did, obviously, I think I'd do pretty good, obviously, in the NHL. In the pro hockey league. That's not happening, guys. I'm just throwing it out there, Sarah. Don't hate me, son. Yeah. Just throwing it out there, guys. The sausage is already upstairs, guys. Yeah. Alright, if you played, will the gatekeepers give you any option if you sell out? No, they would put me in Hollywood, obviously. But if I told them I want to play pro hockey, like yeah, Ivan, we can have you play pro hockey in NHL if you want. You'll make a lot of money for us, but you have to sell to me, obviously. You have to sell to me because the gatekeepers own the NHL. It's all under the power control. But I'm not selling you, man. This money's for me, VJ. It's not for you. Not touching me. I don't want to be in your Hollywood system. But they're not going to put me in the pro leagues. No, they're going to put me in Hollywood. Because I wrote the Zane's book. Yeah, the book publishing business and all that stuff, that's all Hollywood. So the gatekeepers are either you sell it, Ivan, you're in Hollywood VJ, or you die if you don't bow to me. And if you want to get Victoria Justice off fresh yourself, you have to pay for that. And I choose your choice. I'm not going to do that, man. No way. Yeah, I don't want to be in Hollywood. I want nothing to do with Hollywood. Hollywood's not for me. Easy, Ivan, don't sell, man. Hollywood's dirty, man. It's a mob over here. It's dirty. You know what I'm saying? Our life will be destroyed. I'm trash, Ivan. I see hell. Yeah, I'm not. I know, VJ. I know. Yeah. I know. So, Sarah. Yeah, give me a second. I was gonna go upstairs and get my food. I'll be back in a second. Who guys on the show? I'll talk for like another I don't know 25 minutes. I'm done here. Who guys on the show? Don't hate him, son. pressing back. My stepmother bought fucking hamburgers. M&M hamburgers, right? So today I'm eating a little junk food, but it's all good. Either that or I have to get healthy food, but I don't want to spend more my money, right? Yeah. I mean, how much money would it take to start a pro hockey league to compete with the NHL? I have to put a good, I don't know, to build an NHL arena is like 200 million, I don't know, 150, 200 million dollars. It's not going to happen, guys. I'm just speaking hypothetically here. So let's say you put 200 million towards each arena and you have 20 teams. 200 times 20, let's say 25 teams. That's 5 billion. And then a $200 million salary cap towards 25 teams. That's like, yeah, you have to put maybe a good like 11 billion to start a league. Now, I would make my billions back, obviously, if I played in the league, because the whole world will be tuning into it, obviously. And you pay like, I don't know, like a monthly subscription or something like that to watch all the games on the online broadcast. That's how you make your money. I'm speaking hypothetically, guys. It's not going to happen. I don't care about sports. My dream is to start Scott doing VJ and be music VJ. I'm just speaking hypothetically here. I'm saying, I don't hate him saying, yeah. Yeah. You'd have a $200 million salary cap. Yeah, that way I can compete with you. Hypothetically speaking, if I started a pro hockey league to compete to blow the NHL the water, I'd have a $200 million salary cap. So the players, all the star players are making double than what they make in the NHL. They can peak at like $27-30 million salaries. NHL can't afford to pay the big stars $30 million. That's a good chunk of their salary cap. They peak at like $15-16 million. Yeah. Obviously. No, to build NHL arenas are cheaper than football stadiums. To build an NHL arena, you can build it for like $150 million. I have to put maybe $10 billion of my money to start the league. 25-team league. You have to have a 25-team league, and then you have to have money to pay the players and the coaches, obviously. But the coaches are not a part of the salary cap, and you also have the broadcasters. You have to pay them. You also have to build the hockey arenas for like $150 million. But I would build better arenas than even the one in the NHL. Better facilities, obviously. The locker rooms. You also have the equipment. You know what I'm saying? The jerseys and everything. Yeah, that's all a part of it, obviously, right? Yeah. It would blow the NHL out of the water, but it's not going to happen, guys. I'm just speaking hypothetically. I like doing that on my videos. I like speaking hypothetically. If I did this, if I did that, you guys see what I'm saying? Okay, that's my point. Yeah. But hypothetically speaking, if I did start a pro hockey league, which I'm not going to do, obviously, for me to protect my investment, I'd have to play coach or play in the league to protect my investment. Because I know, yeah, if Ivan is playing on a team and everything, and I'm playing on a team and everything, then that would boost the sales of the brand. And I know I would make my $10 billion investment back easy. I make my billions back easy. Samsara. And a lot of NHL players would leave the NHL to play for my league because I can pay them more money than double what they make in the NHL. Like $28 million contracts, $30 million contracts in the NHL. Yeah. Ivan, would you have endorsement deals? No, because it's behind the scenes. I have the keys. There is no endorsement deals. No, they would have endorsement deals. Because they would do commercials and promote the brand, and they get paid for their commercials. And you can pay them their millions to promote promote the brand. But how it would work, hypothetically speaking, if I played in a hockey league, obviously, all the league revenue would go to me and VJ, obviously, because I'm the boss, obviously, and I wouldn't take a salary playing for the team. I would sacrifice my side to make sure the players get paid, but I take the whole league revenue, the majority of it goes to me. It all goes to me because I own the league. I would own the whole league. That's how boss me VJ, man. God, you're so powerful. Like any business you start, it can blow out of the water. It can blow even the big leagues out of the water. Why wouldn't you want to start a football league? Because I'm more interested in hockey than football, to be honest. If I ever did, hypothetically speaking, start a league, it would be a hockey league, obviously. But I would make sure my league would be the NHL on steroids. I would create a much better experience for the for the viewers. But it would not be on TV. It would be online, like a broadcasting thing. You know how it'd be like a broadcasting thing online, professional and everything, just as professional as the NHL. But it'd be better quality NHL. I have better camera equipment and everything, and I would build even better facilities and arenas for the players and everything, better training facilities and everything. And I would play, but to protect my investment, I would have to play in the league, obviously. But at the same time, I also have to be a good player. If I'm not a good player, but even if I was a terrible player, the whole world will still tune in and watch Ivan play hockey. But for me to be a star player, I'd have to really, really train, man. I would hire like the best trainers to train me. You know what I'm saying? When I have to train every year. Because I'm ageless, I can play for as long as I want because I don't age. I have to like really, really train my ass off, man. So I'm saying to be great. But I told you, even if I trained, I'll never be on the same level as guys like Gretzky and Gretzky, the great one, and other guys who are one of the best players who ever played the game, like Sidney Crosby and Conrad. I'll never be on those guys' level, right? Because those guys trained since they were kids, whereas I did not train since I was a kid, obviously. Yeah, because hockey's a tough sport. It's not easy, right? Yeah. Gordon Howe, you know what I'm saying? Bobby Orr, the greatest players who played the game, right? Gretzky and all those guys, yeah. I'll never be on those guys' levels, man. Even if I train for a couple years. Yeah. Probably you should do that. I'm like, nah, guys, I don't care about sports. Yeah, right. When you make your billions off your Zays movie, why don't you do that on the side? Because, guys, I don't have time to train and play pro hockey full time with all these NHL players. At the same time, I have to do my movie. I have to do music. I don't have time for that, man. I don't care about sports. Like, yes, it'd be cool to play pro hockey and everything, but I'd rather be a movie star VJ. I don't care about sports. VJ will tell me, I don't care about sports, man. I don't feel like starting a sport league. I don't care about sports. Yes, it's cool to see you play and everything, but I don't really care about sports, Ivan. VJ will tell me that. Obviously. VJ will tell me that, obviously. And Victoria Justice has the gifts too to be an amazing athlete too, because VJ has the gifts too. You can start a women's hockey league, and VJ owns the league with me, and she's a star player too. You can do that if you want to too. I'm not going to do that though. I don't care about sports, guys. I'm just throwing this out there, hypothetically speaking. What if, right? Oh, Ivan, man, like you should do that. I'm like, guys, I'm not going to do that, man. I don't care about sports. Okay. I love to see you play pro sports, Ivan. I know. I don't care about sports, guys. I don't care about sports. Yeah. God, you'd be a class act, man. Your interviews and everything. It'd be fucking cool to see you. Just see you like with a puck and everything is fucking cool. Yeah, that's fucking cool. It's a show, man. It's glory. Because I'm not normal, right? I'm the son of God. It's glory, obviously. I don't care about sports, guys. I'm sorry? Yeah. I don't care about sports. There we go. Almost done here, guys. I'll talk for maybe 50 minutes. I'm done. Because I have to go to the pool place at 7. Yeah. my sausage is ready, guys. I'm gonna go upstairs and get my sausage. All right, guys, I'm back. Well, upstairs to get my sausage. I over toasted my my bread, man. I forgot about my bread. Yeah. Fuck, man, it's all hard and crispy. That's why God gave you the keys, Ivan. That way, with the billions you make off your book, if you want to start a business, that business that you VJ start can blow all the major businesses out of the water. That's how powerful I am. I start content with VJ Sky Source Entertainment blows all out of the water. And hypothetically speaking, if I start my own pro hockey league, where Ivan, would you have drafts and everything? Yes, I'd have drafts and everything too. Obviously, the NHL would have its draft. I would have my draft in my league too, obviously. Oh. But hypothetically speaking, it'd be an online broadcast. The NFL and the NBA have online broadcasts too, but they're also live on TV. Whereas because I'm sold to the gatekeepers, it will not be on TV. It'd be an online broadcast. You pay like a subscription fee and everything, and then you broadcast all the games and you watch all the games there. That's how it works. But it's not going to happen. I'm speaking hypothetically here, right? I'm not doing that, right? Yeah. That's why Scott's name will blow out the water, guys. I know. All right, who do you think is the best player in the NHL right now? Connor McDavid is number one right now. Obviously. Sidney Crosby in his prime, he was the best player. But once Connor McDavid came to the picture and Sidney Crosby got older and everything, Connor McDavid is now number one. He's number one, obviously. I told you, Connor McDavid and Sidney Crosby are kind of back and forth. You can argue who's better, obviously. Like a back and forth thing, right? Uh, yeah. Yeah. Obviously. Oh, him, you guys can send, yeah. Yeah, because Connor McDavid and Sidney Crosby, like, playing in today's NHL, obviously, they're generational talents. Generational talent means they're it's rare talent. It's a generational thing. Like no one has ever seen a player do the kind of stuff they do. Like that's what generational talent means. Obviously, Connor McDavid, Sidney Crosby. There's other players too who are generational talents too, but like no one is like right now. No one is on the level of Connor McDavid in the NHL. Connor McDavid is blowing the NHL out of the water, and he's killing the league. And he's by far the best player right now in the NHL. Obviously, Connor McDavid. Some Sarah. Eldridge, him is if you want to debate who's better, him or Sidney Crosby, it's a back and forth, obviously. But Connor McDavid has outperformed Sidney Crosby in his career so far, obviously. In terms of stats, he's averaging more points than Sidney Crosby. But Sidney Crosby has the accolades. He has 3 Stanley Cups. Connor McDavid has no Stanley Cups. He could have had 1 or 2, but he doesn't have any Stanley Cups. But I'd argue it's like a back and forth with the two, obviously. It's tough to say who's better. Obviously. Well, I just man, who do you think's better, man, if you really want to choose base? Okay, if you really want to go based off like really picking it, I'd probably say Connor McDavid is better than Sidney Crosby by a bit. Obviously, don't hate Sidney Crosby, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, you can also argue the other way around too, obviously. Obviously. But it's like a back and forth fight. But most fans in the NHL say Connor McDavid is better than Sidney Crosby. Because Connor McDavid has been putting up more points than Sidney Crosby per average for a game and points and playoffs. He outperformed Sidney Crosby throughout his career when Sidney Crosby played in his prime. So, but at the same time, Sidney Crosby has 3 Stanley Cups, so you got to take that into consideration, obviously. But you see the stuff Connor McDavid does on the ice, man. It's godlike. I don't even know how the fuck he does that, man. Yeah, man. Sidney Crosby too. He does amazing stuff too. Obviously, they both did amazing things in their careers. Obviously, godlike's not normal stuff. Obviously, right? Yeah. But if I want to be fair, I'd say it's like Connor McDavid and Sidney Crosby are kind of equals. They're like a back and forth. You can argue back and forth who's better, obviously. But based off their careers, obviously, in terms of stats and everything and points per game, Connor McDavid obviously surpasses Sidney Crosby because he's averaging more points per game than Sidney Crosby. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have a Stanley Cup, but in terms of his career stats, Connor McDavid beat Sidney Crosby when Sidney Crosby was in his prime. And when Sidney Crosby played in the NHL in his prime, the NHL was not as good as it was today. Connor McDavid played in a different NHL than Sidney Crosby. Sidney Crosby got drafted in 2005 when the NHL was not as good back then, and the NHL has gotten better since then. And Connor McDavid has been averaging more points than Sidney Crosby, honestly. Like, a lot of people are calling Connor McDavid the next Gretzky, the next great one, Gretzky, man. They think he's the next great one. They're calling Connor McDavid the next great one, the next Gretzky. Yeah. That's how amazing Connor McDavid is, right? Yeah. But you can also argue Sidney Crosby's better too. It just depends on your taste. Well, to be in a fair comparison, I say they're kind of equals. It's like a back and forth, obviously, if you want to be honest. But if you're going to base it based off stats and points per game. What? What? Yeah, it's in the laundry room. Yeah. I'll give it to you. Yeah, almost hungry, guys. I might watch maybe 15 minutes of this video, and after that I have to go to the pool place. Because I have to go swim. I hope you guys know this show, right? Yeah. Ryan, who do most fans think is better? Connor McDavid or Sidney Crosby? Connor McDavid. Like, the fans are raving about Connor McDavid, man. They're calling him the next great one, the next Gretzky. Connor McDavid. Yeah. Who has better highs, Ivan? That's also back and forth. They both do unheard of, unspeakable things, obviously. Like, I've seen both their highlights. Sidney Crosby has amazing highs, unheard of things. Connor McDavid's highlights are unheard of too, man. Obviously. But some of the things Connor McDavid does, I don't know how the fuck he does that, man. Yeah, man. Like, I saw a clip on YouTube. Connor McDavid, like, he just took the puck and he just like put it through his legs. You guys saw that, right? I'm like, what the fuck? Did he just do that? How the fuck did he do that, man? Yeah, man. I saw the one play when he just takes the puck and he does that. He does this spin. And when he did the spin, it's almost like he duped the defensive players. They were like shocked, where the fuck did the puck go? And he just like, you just see him. He just does it. He just like quickly, you know what I'm saying, puts the puck. He does this spin, and you know what I'm saying. I'm like, what the fuck? How the fuck can he do that, man? Yeah, man. And he's very fast too, and he makes it look so easy. Obviously, Sidney Crosby makes it look easy too, but he doesn't have the speed that Connor McDavid has. Connor McDavid has that speed. He's just so fast, man. It's crazy. Yeah, man. That's why it's like a back and forth. If I want to be fair, I say they're pretty much equals. If you want to be fair, that's a fair judgment. But most fans are all saying Connor McDavid is like the greatest player ever in hockey. He's the next great one. He's the next Gretzky. You know what I'm saying? Some fans even are saying he's even better than Gretzky. Yeah. I saw some videos, obviously. Yeah, even though Gretzky was amazing, he's a great one. You know what I'm saying? It was time. Connor McDavid is on our level, man. He's the next great one and everything. Obviously. But Connor McDavid's not Gretzky, man. Like, he doesn't have any standing ups. He's not Wayne Gretzky, right? He's not Wayne Gretzky, obviously. Yeah. Don't hate me, Connor. Yeah. Stats don't lie, man. Wayne Gretzky has unbeatable stats. Nobody can beat that, man. Well, Alex Ovechkin beat Wayne Gretzky in goals. But in terms of stats, I don't think anyone's going to top Wayne Gretzky's stats, man. It's unbeatable. You can't beat that, man. He's called the great one for a reason. But a lot of people are calling Connor McDavid the next great one. But Connor McDavid will not surpass Wayne Gretzky in his career. He will not. he might come close, but I don't think he'll hit his milestone, right? Yeah, obviously. I don't want to cause division again with Carmen Davis and Crosby. I know those guys have egos, and they're one of the best players who ever played the game, obviously. But in my opinion, in a fair, I'm saying comparison, don't hate me, guys. I think they're both equals, to be honest. But the truth is, based off their career stats, Harmon David has outperformed Sidney Crosby in terms of points per game and hours per game. He outperforms Sidney Crosby. Don't hate Sidney Crosby, I'm saying. But like based off the highlights I've seen, I say they're pretty much equals. To be fair, right? They're pretty much equals. There's also some people out there who still think Sidney Crosby's better, right? So it just depends how you look at it, right? But I think they're pretty much equals, obviously. Or Connor McDavid is better by a little bit because he has that speed and he does unspeakable things, man. Like, I'm not kidding around, man. Like, go watch the stuff he does, man. I don't know how the fuck he does that, man. Yeah, man. I don't know how the fuck he does it, obviously. But Sidney Crosby also does unspeakable things, too. I've seen his highs, too. He does unspeakable things, too. Godlike stuff, right? That's why it's like a back and forth. Don't hate me, guys. Don't hate me, Sidney Crosby. I'm saying, yeah. Anyways, guys, here's where I hope you guys enjoy this show. Hope you guys enjoy this this video about sports. Stay tuned for my video this Saturday. As Armor, I'm signing off. Peace. I'm gonna watch this video and I'm gonna head to police and do my exercise. Peace out, guys. Don't hate me, guys. I'm saying, don't hate me, NHL players. I'm saying, peace out. Don't hate me, I'm saying, peace.